G'day, g'day, and welcome. On the never-ending list of stuff to do, we have a Ender 5 Plus that has eaten itself. Must have got hungry.
G'day, g'day, my name's Jim. A few weeks ago, a wall of water washed away my town, drowning 22 people in their own homes and cars. People woke up in the middle of the night with water around their beds, 20 minutes later the top of their door frames. The water was so deep it went over the roof of my house, wiping out everything we own. On top of that, the insurance company told us to get stuffed. This is the story of me and my missus trying to rebuild our life from scratch.
Alright, so here we have a Ender 5 Plus, and it had a little breakdown and decided to eat itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this out. It looks like the heater cartridge may be still pretty good, so we're just going to change out the thermistor, which is absolutely totally dead, and we have a whole new unit from scratch here. I don't know if we'll bother using a whole lot. We'll see. We might just use the thermistor out of it. So temperature sensor, that would be. So the first thing we need to do is follow these wires through, and they just go up through this sock. A little cable management here goes all the way down over the top of the machine, down to here, and very nicely actually they've got a clip for us down here, which is good, because otherwise you'd have to get inside the board and remove it. So they've been very nice to us, which is surprising. So we just unclip that and feed this through the sock. Right, so we just take out a little clip off like such and go back over here to the front where it's all fucked up, and there's nothing to save here, it's all completely gone. So we'll just cut that off there like that, and then we can go back over to the back, grab our wire and pull him through, because this sock doesn't have a split in it. So that's our girl there, and this is our replacement. And of course the connection is totally fucking different, so we need to take this off and put it on there. Okay, so what we have to do is depress these tiny little lugs here and pull these wires out and try and put them on the new one. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I've got an 18 gauge needle here, and what I'm going to do is just very gently depress the little tab and pull, and I might have to press it in a bit. Try not to fucking stab yourself with these damn things. Get him there like such. There you go, that should go. Oh, okay, so I'm going to swap over to a pair of tweezers instead. Some of these come out really, really easy, and some are such a pain in the ass. There it goes now. Let me just pull that bugger out like that. There we go. The same with that bastard. Just trying to be gentle as to not A, stab myself, or B, break the frigging thing. Try putting it on the table. There, finally. No. There, holy Christ. Oh man, that thing did not want to move. And what's about these ones for this are going to be too frigging small. They are definitely different sizes. Yeah, so unfortunately I can't just swap the plug open on them because it's still on its way from China and has been for like 3 weeks. So we're just going to splice into these for the time being instead. Get that off. After we wired it up, we'll just pull it out of the heater block, hot block. Going to cut the little tails off like such. And these ones like such. Not even going to bother soldering them because I've got another hot end coming, a direct drive. So let's put him over there like such. Put him over there like that. Beautiful. Putting another one over the top, just for shits and giggles. Beautiful. Just going to take the screw off there that holds this. Like such. There we go. Undo this bit of Captain tape. Okay, so we just thread the little temperature sensor all the way through our sock, like such. Our plug is back on this side. Let's run the whole thing up there, and I've made it a bit long, but okay, better than being too short, I guess. Put our little thing in here, and then I'll have to put a bit of a loop or something in there like such. There we go. So we come back up the front. We have now got a working thermistor and our BL Touch, our 2-part cooling fans, and our hot end fan, and of course our, oh, it's got a little bit of plastic on it, but it should be alright, I think.
Can you clean it off?
our heater.
They're not right. They're too small.
Right, tell us what you're doing while you're doing it.
Trying to find the screws for the hot end. Hoping I found the screws for the hot end. Let's just find out in a minute. There we go. Yes, keep it. It's too long.
They look way too long.
That is way too long. It only reaches the back of the plate here. See? Nice. No, that's not. That's too long for that screw hole. What is going on?
Might be the wrong size.
That's the one that came out of there.
Is it? So we couldn't get the screw into the threads because they are all gummed up and shit and rooted, because remember it had a total thermal breakdown. So we're going to use this hot end instead, and I'm just going to pull it apart and make sure that the Bowden tube and shit is going to go all the way to the bottom of there. Oh, you can see right through it too. Oh, there we go. Oh. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So, now we need this little bit of PTF tube. Oh. Try and get the stupid little crap out. Great. Now it's going to stuff it, boy. That's what I hate about this shit. No, I'm going to have to cut a new piece. Oh, okay, so it comes out of there, but it doesn't want to move on here at all. It's fucking stuffed up and jammed. There it goes. Come on, get off. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to cut a new piece of that. Like such. And so we're going to put this guy down here, round him off a bit again. Doesn't matter because we're going to sand it. I'll show you. So that bugger goes down there. It goes all the way through the heat block, like such. Okay. So make sure this thing is absolutely as flush as flush. Gonna poke it through the block and just cut it off flush. You can even sand it if you want to. That's easier for you. There you go. Get rid of the bits of plastic. Grab our end, and we're going to have to release this back up in here a little bit but you only want to go about half the length of the block. You want to use this to push the tube up inside more. So get on there, thank you. Just by hand. And push him in there. Right now he's pushing against that tube, and that's fine. I'm just going to let it push and push and push and push. If you want to release the pressure a little bit, you can just push down on that, but the more that nozzle is smashed up against that fucking Bowden tube, the better. So without bloody, if you compress it too much though, obviously it's going to friggin' swell and it will block your nozzle, block up in here, but give it a good pressure and that won't come off now. So she's ready to rock and roll now, hopefully.
There we go. Miss being able to print things. Now this should work. Forgot about the grub screw. Is that through that side?
It's far enough though.
I was gonna say, I don't know how much further I can get it in.
It's fine.
There we go. Now for the fan shroud.
Well, there you go. She's all done. That's how you change a Eaton Thermistor. Alright, well, until next time, you'll be good, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.